what surprised me the most about fostering this time around has been how little, whether it be us or other people, know about the system, whether it's how to get involved or help others that are involved, or what can be helpful and not helpful. I think a lot of those types of things have been very interesting to see, or surprising. How much of a daily journey this is, not something that you might know something today, but tomorrow it is going to be completely different on what's going to happen. And so just that uncertainty and unknown is something that, I mean, it's like change is the only constant kind of thing.
I was thinking about this today, about what has kind of surprised me or snuck up on me during this whole journey. And so, sorry, I grew up Christian, anyway, have always been in church and stuff. But I wouldn't say I've ever actually wrestled with God on anything. I've maybe gotten frustrated and accepted or just kind of moved through the motions or whatever. But I feel like during this whole journey of not being in control, things changing day in, day out, seeing my kids just take to this, all of that, I have truly wrestled with God, I think, multiple times in a great way, because I always come out with a blessing, right? And so I was thinking about it today, and I was like, I'm like Jacob, except my hip doesn't hurt. It was...
Sorry, can you clarify? Yeah, that'll be great.
But I mean, honestly, I sit here and I have these conversations with God about our foster son's name currently. His name is Legend. And so, I'm wrestling with him about, God, is this really what is best for Legend? And then at the same time, wrestling with him, is this something my family still wants to do? Because it has taken a toll, I mean, in good ways, and then also we're having to readjust. And so it's actually been really, really good selfishly for my faith, because I've gotten to really wrestle, get in the nitty gritty with God. And then again, like I said, I'm coming out with blessings each and every time.
Well, Beth and I are constantly talking and texting about the both and of foster care. And Keith and I'll even talk about how we've never, I think one of the things that's surprising, I've never felt more conflicted in my whole life. The tension of wanting what's best, for the child, but then also being for the family. And when you start, this time around with our current placement, I have been able to develop a relationship with his bio mom, and it is beautiful and messy and good and hard and all the and both and we truly, we want what's best for him, and we love him. He's been in our care for a year at this point. So he is our family too. She is our family. But it's a messy family. And so trying to navigate those tensions of I cannot imagine them taking him out of my arms someday. But then also I can't imagine the pain and loss of first family. And so holding that is so heavy, and it really is a privilege and an honor to be able to walk with families in that way, but then also, trying to do that well and trying to do that in an honoring to God way it's just hard. And it has surprised me how much in the middle I have felt. I think I thought I would probably feel either no, he does not need to go back, or yes, he does. I want reunification. And it's you can say, I want reunification, but I want forever, all at the same time, and feel both of those so strongly. And so that thankfully that's obviously where God comes in, and it's his plan. But man, the tension is crazy. And I never would have expected it to feel so strongly to be in the middle. So.
Yeah, those prayers of wanting what's best for mom to, make the recovery that I know God desires for her, but then knowing what that means to, this child that's really a part of our family now, and it's a hard, conflicting thing where you get put in the middle. And you know, that's where reunification is the goal, and got to be praying for the family to you know.
Be whole again.
Right.
I also think one thing I wasn't ready for, how many people keep telling me I'm a saint, yet I don't feel that way. I don't feel any better for doing this, but yet people keep trying to tell me
The comments, just all the comments in general, I have been very surprised.
congratulations on you getting a foster placement. Well, that means that somebody's just had their life wrecked in
That
some
something
way.
horrible just happened to this child, or
Yeah.
Well, and baking us into special people then discounts everybody else. And I think that's a way probably that people maybe think like they couldn't do it. And really it's like, we're just regular, messy, obviously, people that felt like God, was calling us to do this, or like, and there's room for everyone in the foster care world, but we're not special. So no one should think that they can't be a foster family because of any of the.
And I think I'd say one of the things that surprised me along this journey, just talking to people, whether it's coworkers or whatever, there's, a lot of interest in learning about what it means to be a foster parent, and kind of all the process and the tension of things that we've been talking about. And, there was, I don't know if it was a broad ad campaign, but an ad that was the best thing to do for foster care is to talk about foster care. And I've been really kind of amazed at, some of the conversations that I've had with people over foster care that I wouldn't have expected to have conversations with.